Hey there, geeks and geekettes. I'm the Bearded Geek, and I love collecting action figures, statues, toys, Funko Pops, but I'm getting really pissed off with some people. Before I get into why I'm annoyed, and before I describe my feelings, I want to kind of explain a little bit about collecting, whether it's action figures, football jerseys, records, whatever. It's a hobby it's a hobby that doesn't hurt anyone, doesn't harm anyone, and you do it for the love of collecting. I love action figures, and initially I didn't set out to collect Funko Pops up until I saw that they'd made a Sons of Anarchy Opie Winston Pop, and all I wanted was a Deadpool Pop and an Opie Winston Pop. And then it became a bit of an addiction, especially when I got involved in a YouTuber Funko community. Check out some of my other videos. This community they're outstanding. They are just full of genuine nice people. Christmas time, we all bought each other gifts. I was introduced into the group by Lee Teasdale, the Pop Tart, just because he liked my content and could see that I loved collecting. So he brought me into a group of people I didn't know, and somebody that I didn't know from that group got me gifts for Christmas in a Secret Santa. I didn't know the person that I was buying for, bar a few comments on a few videos here and there, and that's just the kindness of the group. Everyone spent more than what we were supposed to have, not on the pops, but people put extras in or went the extra mile just to make it that little bit more special. And what that did was build a friendship between 12 people. These are 12 people that I speak to every day. I don't speak to my best friend every day anymore. I do speak to him every other day or two. Normally it's just a fat joke or some disgusting meme that I've found that turns his stomach when he's sat in work. That'll do. But these 12 people, we all speak to each other every day. We find Funko Pops for each other. I've had art of me sent to me from this community. I've had Grail Funko Pops sent to me from this community. I've had random acts of kindness from this community. When I first joined, there was one person in the community, and he didn't quite sit right with everyone. And I'll get into him later, because he is majorly the reason behind this rant. Now, Mrs. Geek made me go to bed last night at 9:30 because I was so angry at this guy and another community. So this is a Funko Pop. This is a Funko Pop that I wanted, that somebody could have charged me over the top for, and he didn't. I traded him some graphic novels that I'd already read that I thought he would like. He sent me this. Now, Funko Pops, between $9.99 and $15.99, depending on where you buy them and what you're buying. The prices do go up the bigger the Funko Pop. You can buy 6-inch, 10-inch, and then these oversized Batman Funko Pops. They're quite impressive. I don't have the room for them. My action figures cost me about £25 each action figure. For the standard Marvel Legends or my DC Multiverse figures. Some of this Doctor Who stuff behind me is more expensive, but luckily I do bargain hunt because I don't buy stuff to make money. I buy stuff, or I get stuff given to me because I'm a collector. I have no intention of selling all of this for a quick buck. Or selling all of this to... I mean, why would I? I have spent... My initial collection was quite big, nothing like it is now. I broke up with my ex and she trashed my collection. In fact, the only things I have left from my original collection is this figure and a Sabretooth. a Transformers figure and a Marvel Legends Toy Biz era Beast. That's all I had left out of everything I had. She destroyed my comic books, everything. Since I've been with Kelly, aka Mrs. Geek, I've built my collection. It's 10 times the size of what it was anyway. Some items are cheap, I found on boot sales, because I'm an out-of-box collector for most things. My Funko Pops I keep in box, but you know, Funko Pops are cheap, really compared to the rest of the stuff I collect. Funko Pops are cheap. This was £10. This was £65. I could have bought 6 of these, been very happy, but I love my Batfleck statue. So, into what pissed me off. There was a guy in our group that set alarm bells ringing, where he kept asking us to find him items, Funko Pop items, or Funko Pop figures that he needed for his collection, that was really important to him and meant a lot to him, like it does for us. Kelly went out of her way and bought me the Opie Winston Pop. She paid nearly £60 for that Opie Winston Pop, because I really wanted that pop and I could not find it anywhere. Now, that's not because of flippers, which is what this guy I'm getting to is. This is because it's an old vaulted pop. Even by the time I wanted it, it was vaulted. You couldn't buy it anymore. So this guy, he takes part in swaps and trades and all the rest of it. And then people start noticing that he's selling them on eBay and selling them in Funko groups. And that pissed us off. So we outed him from the group. We brought somebody else in, somebody that really appreciates the group. It may even have been Liam Nally that we brought in, and that guy has been amazing for our community, and he keeps giving and giving and giving to the group. This person I'm talking about, I'm not going to name him and shame him. I'm not going to name and shame the groups, because I got in enough trouble for it last night, where I was sent a message telling me I was out of order for highlighting that somebody in a Funko community group, a UK-based community group, was basically flipping pops. Now, if you're a company, or you own a small company, you go out and you buy a stack of pops to resell for your livelihood. You're still flipping, but I can understand that. There's a very famous flipper on YouTube called Franchise Kicks. He has a shop, so I kind of see where he's coming from. I don't agree with it, but I see where he's coming from, and I see that he buys. You can't just go out and buy a chase. This guy buys big boxes full of pops to try and get a chase to sell. He sells everything else, but he does collect in a way, because he does keep the ones he wants signed, etc., to go in his collection. So although I disagree with it, I think to go out and buy all of these pops and then resell them for triple the value is shit. It is really shit. But the guy's got a business, and I kind of get that. This guy is different, because what this guy did was win a giveaway from one of us small YouTubers. And £10 for a pop may not seem like a huge deal, but when you're spending the shipping on there to send it out, costs mount, and you've gone to the effort to go and find this specific pop for somebody for a giveaway. So one of our group run a giveaway. This person, that I think is a total fucking scumbag, wins the competition, and within 7 days, this Funko Pop is up on eBay for triple the value. Something that was out of the goodness of the Pop-Tart's heart given to him, and this guy has fucking flipped it for 3 times the value. Scumbag. Utter scumbag. The same guy then pops up in multiple chats with multiple people that I speak to, begging and pleading and asking for advice, and basically sticking his tongue in people's asses nearly, to get certain pops for his collection. And then he sells all of it. He's had some drama, so he sold his collection. A couple of weeks later, the prick is back. And he needs this to fill this gap, and he needs that to fill this gap. All of these pops are worth money, and he's got them for cost price from our community. And then the prick posts again, I need a deposit for a house, I'm selling my collection. Your collection is not paying for a deposit for a house. I'm a homeowner, I work for a living, I work fucking hard for a living. Me and Kelly work fucking hard for everything that's in here. If I sold my entire collection after 7 years of hard building, it wouldn't make much of a dent in a deposit for a mortgage. We had to pay that with cash or extra working, not selling bits of plastic, which is essentially what these are. It's a bit of plastic in cardboard that is meant to be fun, enjoyable and affordable. And you are taking the fun out of it. You're taking the affordability out of it. You're selling stuff for 3 times the value. You're a fucking scumbag. You really are. I personally think you should only ever buy one more pop. And that pop should be the oversized Batman pop. Take the pointy ends first and shove it up your ass. Because what you're doing is wrong. It's scummy. And then when I posted, I couldn't help myself. My attention got drawn to this guy doing the same thing for the 3rd time. This same guy had done the same thing 3rd time. I couldn't help it. So I went onto this group and I posted and I left a comment basically saying, this guy has done this, this, this and this. This guy is flipping, and in my opinion, he is bad for the community. He is bad for your community. He is bad for this group. And I've got to out him. The first person that commented back was somebody that he'd wronged and basically backed up what I said. The second person that commented stuck up for the guy. I returned a reply. Please feel free to stick up for this guy. I understand it. I understand why you would stick up for somebody if you've never had a bad interaction with him. But I have, or my friends have. I was about this close to feeling bad. And then I realised the slug that had commented was his girlfriend. So a load of people join in and basically saying, yeah, this guy's flipping. We've got proof. And I have the proof. I have been sent screenshots of everything that he has done wrong to this community and to people I consider to be friends. I've got all of it. So my post gets deleted. Fair enough. So I ask for an admin to inbox me. The admin inboxes me and tells me I'm out of order and he doesn't appreciate my negativity in his group. Okay, so when your group's reputation is in the fucking gutter because you've got a flipper on there taking what he can from everyone and selling it for a profit, that's on you, that's your fault, and you've become as guilty and complicit as this guy. So then I say, look, I'm not just throwing wild accusations out there. I'm actually pissed off and angered by this guy taking from my friends and selling for a profit. Would you like to see the proof? Because I have all of the photographic evidence to back up every claim I made. And this guy said no, and if you post something like this in this group again, I'll ban you. So you must be a flipper as well, because you were sticking up for this little prick. I lost sleep over this last night. I was so angry. I've been awake since 4:30 this morning. And the only way I can try and get this out of my system is to record it here. Because the Funko community is fun. It's wholesome. Yeah, I'm the guy that swears in my videos, and I've swore a lot more in this one than I normally do. I swear for comedic value in my videos. I actually bite my tongue in my videos because in real life I'm quite foul-mouthed. In real life I'm not as softy as I am in my YouTube videos. I do put on a bit of a show on YouTube. I tone myself down. This is me. This is me fucking angry. I lost sleep over it. I was laying in bed and I could feel my blood boiling. I work in an industry where people push my buttons daily and I get paid not to react to that. and I do a fucking good job of it. I do not explode at people. I do not overreact to people. I mean, I've been a doorman for a long time. You can't be an explosive, fiery person in those situations. You have to be calm, collected. And I've always had the ability to go into these jobs. I have been punched in the face. I have not been... I've come home and not been as angry as I was last night. I didn't lose sleep over getting punched in the face by a drunk. It happens. It's part of the job. That's fine. But to see this guy for the third time get away with ripping my friends off, which is what he's doing, it's almost theft, and then have a community leader, an admin of a rather large group, stick up for him and call me out, almost calling me a bully. Dude, if I wanted to bully someone, it wouldn't be on fucking Facebook, and it wouldn't be through a keyboard. I'm not a keyboard warrior. What I tried to do was highlight a bad egg in a good community, and you shit all over that. Fucking wrong. Just wrong. You pissed me off almost as much as this flipper guy. I'd love to put this guy's name on screen. I would love to put this flipper's image on screen. But there's going to be repercussions if I do that. Because as soon as I called him out on our group, he hid behind his missus, and then he hid behind an admin who must be a friend of his, because in any other group this shit wouldn't fly. I'll guarantee it would not have stuck. He would have been out. In fact, I outed him on another group and he was removed. They didn't even message me for proof, nothing. Just got a shot of him. I may have posted a image that proved what he'd done, and he was gone from that group. And other people posted and called him out on it. This other bigger group, nah, I'm in the wrong because I highlighted this guy is taken from people. Now, this video is clocking in at nearly 20 minutes. And I'm not discussing in detail or passion something that I love. This is vile hatred that I'm spewing because some guy, some dickhead, has fucking taken from my friends, has robbed the community and has killed the community spirit. Absolutely, I didn't even realise there was a community that loved everything I do. I'm in Marvel Legends communities, I'm in action figure communities, Funko communities. We have got our own small YouTuber group of 12 people. Jimmy Barnes cannot stand comic books. He doesn't like comic books. He doesn't like superhero movies. He doesn't like action figures, yet he watches every single video I put out to support me. I do not like Jimmy Barnes' taste in music. It's a running joke between the two of us. I do not like Top of the Pops. I'm a metalhead. Jimmy Barnes listens to everything I hate. Yet, I watch his videos. Because we are friends, it's a community. We all, in this group, collect Funko Pops. That's the main umbrella we all fall under, is we all collect Funko Pops. But we all collect different Funko Pops. Some of them collect ad icons. I collect anything. As long as I like the initial product that the pop is based on, I will collect it. Now, I've got Disney stuff in my collection. I'm not much of a Disney fan. Not anymore. But when I was a kid, I loved stuff like The Lion King. And then I've got a Pop in a Box stickered edition Mufasa over there. That meant something to me. I've got Mr. Spacely because when I was a kid, I loved the Jetsons. This was a competition that I entered. I wouldn't have entered that competition if I didn't want Mr. Spacely from the Jetsons. Now, I specifically wanted him because he's an angry little bald man, much like my father. It was comedic to me because my dad's not that bald and he's not that small, but it was something funny and something that meant something to me. I won the competition. I wouldn't dare sell those. If something drastic happened in my life and I had to sell my collection, I'll tell you what would not be sold. I would sell everything I owned and I've bought for myself if I had to, for, you know, the family's sake, for mine and Kelly's sake, for the kids, something like that. But anything I have been gifted out of the goodness of somebody's heart, that would not be for sale. That would be stuck here. I would end up possibly with 10 pops left out of what I've got. And I've got, in a short time, because I've only been collecting Funko Pops about a year and a half, maybe, less than that, actively buying pops. I've got nearly £1.5 worth of pops. Now, has it cost me that? No, it hasn't. And I'm only aware that some of these are as valuable as they are because of tag videos. I never went out with the express intention of buying pops worth money. That's not what it was about for me. Yes, I knew Opie Winston was worth money, but I didn't buy him to sell him for a profit. I bought him because I want him in my collection. Didn't buy two, one to keep and one to wait a year and then sell it on for triple the value, because scumbags do that. If I did find two, I would have bought the two for the same price if I knew a friend of mine needed that same pop. Because the hunt for it is part of the fun. And when somebody says to you, look what I found, wow. A grail for me was the Crow Pop, or it was the grail for me and Kelly. And Liam Nally not only found that pop, but gave it to me and Kelly for free. He could have got £40-50 for it. He gave it to us because he's a collector. He understands collecting. He understands the community and loves the community, support the community. I've probably edited out some proper rageful moments. I've definitely cut out a C-bomb or two. I'll be aware that I've said that and they will be taken out because I don't want to lower myself to the standards of these fucking slugs that slime their way into groups and communities, take whatever they can and then turn in a profit off people's goodwill. Scumbags, if you're one of these flippers, get out of the communities. And if you watch this video and you are one of these flippers, unsubscribe to me. Last night I lost, I think it was 4 or 5. Last night I lost 4 or 5 subscribers over that Facebook post. Good. Get out of here. Really couldn't give two fucks that you don't want me calling you out or calling your friend out. Not a care in the world. This isn't about subscribers and getting monetized for me. This is about a passion. And if people happen to like it, great. Yes, I promote it. Yes, if I ever got monetized, that would be amazing. But that's not my goal. My goal is to keep collecting what I like to collect and to watch other people collecting what they like to collect. If I make more friends along the way, outstanding. Because I have made some of the most amazing... I've met some amazing people through my hobby and through Funko Pops and through YouTube. On a positive, when you find good people in these communities, you get things like Grail Pops sent to you for free. I have sent things to people. I've done custom art for people. I've sent people art that I normally charge. I charge people for my art. I've sent it free to people. We have bought stuff outside of the Funko Pop to send to people. We've got friends in the Funko community that have a garden gnome, fairy garden in the garden. They love the garden gnomes, so we bought them 2 gnomes we thought looked like this couple and repainted them to look more like them and sent them. But it's about the community, about the kindness, giving, receiving, generosity. Flippers aren't doing any of that good. All the good that I felt from this community, and last night I was raging. Kelly initially sat there laughing at me and she was like, "You've got a bee in your bonnet." And I was like, yeah, I'm really, really fucking angry. And then she's like, right, we're going to bed. No, I'm going to destroy this guy. I was going to go after him so hard on all forms of social media. I wanted to bury the guy. And Kelly spoke sense to me and she's like, look, no, you're going to bed. You've had, you know, you're raging too much. You're going to make yourself look bad. And she was right. I was going to behave as bad as this scumbag. So I've tried to sleep. I've tried to let my temper calm down or my rage calm down. And this, I told my community I was going to do a video the next day and out this guy. And this video initially was a different idea. It was his face, everything. conversations, screenshots. I was going after this guy full bore, and that would be wrong of me. I could be accused of being a bully for doing that. So if you're watching this and you think you know what I'm talking about, yeah, he's probably a flipper. It might not be the same guy, but if you're worried or you think that this guy is a flipper, I don't know how you deal with it, because when I tried to out him, it was me that got reprimanded, which is fucking hilarious. I try to do good for the community and somebody has the cheek to send me a shitty message. Well done, mate. Well done. So please like, comment, share, subscribe. If I catch some hate, I really couldn't care less, because you probably wouldn't say it to my face. I've been the Bearded Geek. I feel much better. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.